If anybody having any difficulties while we live, just click your stuff off, click your mic and everything like that. You know how they go. Oh,
All right, y'all. We're live now. All right, y'all. Professor X here with, with my homeboys. This is Midnight Walker, and from Wrestle Media Talk, also known as Wrestle Chat Media now, Tishaun. Hey, what's up, brothers?
what's going on, man?
And we're going to talk about tonight's Friday night whackdown or Smackdown, whatever, or jack off, whatever you want to call it.
Now, there you go. There you go. You already dissing the damn show right before you come. You already setting the tone. So you ain't like Smackdown tonight.
It's entertaining, but it still is comic relief. Like the opening segment, of course, you had. I got the results here. You got Roman Reigns coming to the ring. Talk about how he lost when he didn't lose. He won. So then the Usos come out. And they talk. And then here comes Corbin, Ziggler, and Rude. And then you have a promo where you have one of the Usos doing a list check. Hey, we speared Ziggler, we speared Rude, we super kicked Rude. And then, they did Corbin last, saying, we speared you and super kicked you and Superman punched you, yada, 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 et cetera, et cetera. And then from there, when they came out and Corbin jawed a little bit saying, Roman, you had to cheat to win. You had to have your boys watch your back. And then the challenge was laid out for a match, and the loser has to eat dog food, which I think was totally stupid. So, like, what are y'all's thoughts on that segment?
Wait, Walker.
I've never been a fan of Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin opening or closing any show. I'm just not a. That's to me. That's not main event level. That's mid card at best. Like I said, it's comic relief. It's gimmicky, And then I was hoping the Usos and Roman Reigns didn't lose that match. How would that look? It was cringy anyway when Roman Reigns was chained up to the turnbuckle and had to eat dog food. That was cringy by itself. But then that's like I ain't never been a fan. I'm not a fan of them anyway. That's long. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that whole angle. Tired of Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin. They need to pair up with something else. You got Rude and Ziggler with Roman with King Corbin. I'm tired of the whole King thing. I'd love to see Usos and Roman Reigns. I'd love to see like a little Samoan SWAT team thing. I'd love to see that 2020. Bring Nia Jax back, and that'd be cool. It was cool to see Naomi on TV. That was awesome.
For sure. Yeah.
I haven't felt the glow in months. Good to see her back.
Yeah, she showed up she showed up at the Rumble too.
All natural and things. That was cool. Even though they punished her because of her husband or her brother-in-law, they punished her, whacked her from the.
Well, of course, because he had all that DUI trouble.
That was thrown out. It was thrown out. So we can't forget that part.
That's true. Yeah.
But that was kind of like the highlight. Just seeing Naomi, and then she got into the ring, with Bayley, the women's champion. That was cool. That was real cool. Got her little points in. So, I can deal with that. But as far as like the Baron Corbin, Roman Reigns, and the whole dog food thing, I'm just, trying to put an end to that storyline. Honestly, just my humble opinion.
All right, Tishaun, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are like I said earlier. I didn't watch SmackDown tonight. Too busy, but I'm doing that watching some of the clips.
Okay.
But
okay. Well, next up, number one contenders fatal 4-way match: Heavy Machinery versus the Revival versus the Miz and John Morrison versus Lucha House Party. Now, this actually was a pretty good match because you had a whole lot of good spots, but Morrison and the Miz end up winning the match. So they're going to challenge the New Day at Super Showdown. That was pretty good.
I mean,
You know, so like I said, because see, John Morrison, I think since he came back, you know, him and the Miz is getting you know, a revitalized push. You know what I mean? So that's why they were booked to win. You know. Oh, speaking of the revival, they asked for their release again last week. So, and they're serious about this now because they're frustrated on how they're being used in WWE. They asked for it before last January. They didn't get it because, and look, despite them being offered a six-figure deal to stay, they're gonna turn it down. Now they said one of them is going to be probably added more time because he was out with the injury. So that's, you know, just to add the time back, you know, just to make it work. You know, because they do want to leave and sign with AEW, and I don't blame them.
I don't either. I mean, their style seems more fit for AEW. I'm tired of hearing every other week or so they want their release. They want their release. You know?
Well, necessarily AEW is not just the answer. You got plenty of promotions out there right now that can give you a good showing and give you what you want. Like necessarily Marty Scurll, he didn't run to AEW. He ran straight to Ring of Honor because they have the best deal. He got right now the most recent of times one of the most best deals that somebody besides going to WWE can get right now. Ring of Honor pretty much just gave that man the keys to the fucking Corvette, the Lamborghini, the Porsche, whatever sports car they gave him the keys to it and said drive, motherfucker, drive.
And the booking.
NWA is if I was Revival, I would start out at NWA. I go to NWA because for one, I think NWA would complement their style. I don't necessarily think AEW is a good look for them far as their style, but I'm pretty sure they would get a good chance to rival with other opponents in AEW. But I mean, AEW possibly could be, but I'm saying far as if they really want to harness and rebuild their style and get it respected, I believe NWA will be a good place to stop it before you go to AEW.
So you're saying like Revival versus the Wild Card, or maybe a Revival versus the Rock and Roll Express. That's giving, because people will pay to see that. People will really pay to see that. But I say like, AEW is it's like supposed to be a different brand. Like, saying this, the old school meets the new school of professional wrestling. That's why I say to me, their style, it meshes well. Dream match, Young Bucks versus Revival. Young Bucks about Revival versus Ortiz and Santana. I would love to see that. That's why I kind of like, they came from NXT, they came up from that system, but they were not cut for that system to me. But like I said, and then even with Marty Scurll, since you mentioned him, if I'm hearing what I hope they trying to do, he's gonna be the bridge between New Japan, AEW, NWA. That would be awesome. That'll open up so many doors. It takes somebody. Right now he got the juice. He got the juice. I really thought he was gonna sign with AEW once his contract was up. I think it was January 13th. That was his last show with Ring of Honor. And I thought he was gonna like just automatically jump ship. We was gonna see him that Monday night. He didn't show up. Blew my mind when he showed up down there on 10th Street in Atlanta. Blew my mind. Mad I missed that. But I had to see the playback and everything. That was awesome though. But I hope they doing what I think they're gonna do with that. Cross promotion. What I'm saying that's that put asses in the seats.
Oh yeah, that's true. And here's the thing: now the Rock and Roll Express, they're in their 60s. That's the only thing about them because they were on AEW like a month before, with the little angle they did. They were in the audience and then they got beat up. So you got 68-year-old geezers and actually they're wearing the NWA tag team belts. But that's cool though. Like I said, because see, the Rock and Roll Express is so popular and they still sell despite their age. People still want to see that. That's old school.
9-time champion. That was. I don't know. I kind of had mixed feelings about that. I grew up watching Rock and Roll Express, first Midnight Express. Jim Cornette. I grew up on that. All kinds of and loved it. And loved it. Made me love rock and roll as a kid just because of them.
Oh yeah, see, NWA Power is basically NWA National Wrestling Alliance resurrected. So anyway, okay, the next segment on Smackdown. Alexa Bliss, or I like to call her Alexa Piss, and Nikki Cross versus Sonya Deville and Mandy Rhodes. So this was a short match, but it finished when Rose turns it around on Cross and drops her. Cross comes back with a neck breaker. Bliss tags in and goes to the top as fans cheer her on. Bliss nails Twisted Bliss on Rose for the pin. So, and after the match, the announcers are giving mixed signals on if Cross and Bliss have earned a title shot or not. So then after that, they celebrate and get replays, yada yada yada. So that wasn't much for that.
Mandy has a date with Otis on Valentine's Day. That's all I got out of that whole thing.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Which is cringy, but that's
See, and remember, it's divas. I don't care how you look at it.
I don't think even Alexa Bliss with the pin. I mean, I don't get that part. And just I don't know. Even Sasha Banks is out. I ain't seen her in a couple of weeks.
Oh, she's injured again.
That Lacey Evans, put her back on the show. So I don't, some of them girls are dainty. They can hit that gym, but I just don't see Alexa Bliss, with that awkward finishing move, Twisted Bliss. I don't get that. I'm kind of big on
her and Cross are teaming up, but it's nothing to it. It's just they're just there. It seems like now at this point. Hey, Tishaun, what are your thoughts?
On which part?
Oh, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus Sonya Deville and Mandy. And like I said, Otis has a date with Mandy on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, what I said, like I said, I didn't view that segment or view the show. That's why I'm letting you guys lead. I
got you. Okay, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, okay, that's okay, cool. But anyway, technically, you really didn't miss nothing. I guess as far as that match, it was what it was. The only highlight of that whole thing was before the match. Otis and his boy are talking because they lost the fatal 4-way, and then Mandy and Sonya come up, say hi, they talk, and he asks her on a date. She says no, but says I'm available the following Friday. Then they go wrestle. But being that as it may, anyway, now the next match is kind of interesting too because you have Intercontinental title match, Braun Strowman versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Well, of course, Cesaro and Sami Zayn on the outside. Now, this match was basically also comical, but the winner and new Intercontinental champion Braun Strowman, his first title in what? I guess 3 or 4 years he's been there. It's his first gold, and it's the Intercontinental belt. He should have at least had the world belt. To me, at least maybe once or twice.
I mean, if you want to include he won the Arab title, Saudi Arabia title, when he was the first champion. They did issue a belt for that little green strap they had, that if you want to count, if you want to count that. But they said even I think Michael Cole said that that was his first, major title in WWE after Shinsuke Nakamura held it for 199 days, But I guess it was, he had a push. I thought he'd been world champion by now. He had a few pushes, and then he got dropped back down, for whatever reason backstage. But that's what they're doing. He the new IC champ. I'm still not sold on that new IC design. I'm not sold on that design, but
no one is. See, my favorite design was the original Macho Man design back in the 80s. That was it made it look like more of a real title belt than what we see now.
Right. Even the old European title looked better than the last. I don't know. I'd bring that. I don't know why they shelved that one, but I'd bring that one back too. Since you got the North American Championship, and to still put that on NXT, maybe. But what do I know? You really did not miss anything. Besides Naomi is back, and I think they're gonna try to job the New Day for the Miz and Morris. They're gonna try to job.
That's what happened. Yeah, I can see that happening. Yeah, that's what happened. So, so moving right along. After Shinsuke Nakamura lost the title, and the thing is, I think he lost it due to Sami and Cesaro trying to do some shenanigans. So, so I'm pretty sure they'll turn on each other in the coming weeks, especially Shinsuke. Now, after that segment, we come back from break. They're in the back, and he's trying to talk. When the interviewer's trying to talk to Sami Zayn, here comes Elias is in the ring. You hear his guitar. And the thing is, as Sami's trying to talk, you hear Elias strumming on his guitar. And
Stroking
guitar. Yeah, you hear him strumming on his guitar, and Sami asks him, stop playing, stop doing that. And he does it on purpose again. He sends Cesaro out there to try to stop him, but Elias beats him up. And I think he does a little song anyway. So, once again, comic relief. That was a whole comedy segment, which could have been filled with some wrestling. Then from there, we have another match or another rematch that we saw from the Royal Rumble, Sheamus versus Shorty G. And look, this name, this gimmick, this Shorty G, that's terrible. I mean, the outfit's terrible. The whole character is terrible. That's a character that's worse than that's worse to me than what R-Truth has been doing with the 24/7 title. That's worse. I mean, you can't get no more worse than that. Shorty G.
Did they dress R-Truth up like a cheeseburger? He won the title back, then he lost it again, dressed like a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But
yeah. Shorty G, basically, they just put him in a squash match with Sheamus. Sheamus beat him up good because what it is this time when Sheamus during his entrance, Shorty G blasted him from behind, and then he ran to the ring. But the match lasted maybe about 10 minutes. Sheamus bro kicked him, and it was a pinfall. Nothing new. So, hey, so Walker, your thoughts on that?
I mean, like I said, there was nothing to see. It was really nothing to see. I mean, it's cool. It was cool. He got a little fire up when he, jumped from behind. That was a little fire up, but he still got squashed. There's really nothing to see. Like I said, with a whack gimmick. I'm kind of glad they changed the color scheme. He got at least a new ring attire because that green and blue thing, just I didn't know if he's trying out for the Dallas Mavericks or what they were going with that. Even the name change. The name change itself is just. I just don't see how that's gonna, boost your career. Like,
yeah, that's true. His career is done.
I don't see Shorty G winning the ladder match, for the heavyweight championship. I don't see him winning the Royal Rumble.
That's true. Yeah, like I said, it's like I said, Shorty G. I mean, I can understand if you were going to do him make him do a hip hop gimmick like he did with Cena. Remember that?
So, something make it cool, make it cool. But man, only thing I just hear, I see career killer and I see Terry Taylor when I see Shorty.
Yeah, Terry Taylor. Yeah, the Red Rooster. Yeah, I remember that. the Red Rooster. So, but anyway, okay. So moving right along. After we have after Sheamus won, we come back for break and Bayley's in the ring doing cutting a promo on Lacey's daughter, saying this, that, and the other, and the fans are booing Bayley. All of a sudden, Naomi comes out. So Naomi gets in the ring. They talk back and forth, and basically, Naomi wants to challenge her for that title. They get into the fight, and Bayley beats her up a little bit, knocks her out of the ring, and then starts dancing to her music. So basically, to me, that's a setup for maybe a possible WrestleMania match where Naomi wins the belt. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, once again, Naomi, 2-time women's champion.
Yeah.
She, nice comeback. Like I said, it was great. It was great to see her back on television. Got some energy back in the women's division. Give it that glow like her motto is. That's awesome. I mean, I hope that's what they're doing. But then you got to keep in mind they still got the Lacey Evans thing. So I don't know, how that's going to tie in. Because I don't see them giving Naomi the belt no time soon. I don't see that. I don't see them even giving her a push like that. It's glad to see her on TV, but I just, and then you got to keep in mind, you got a roster with, Alexa Bliss, you got Twisted Bliss on there. So she'll come in out of nowhere and she'll be the damn champion with a surprise, a surprise roll-up pin, So you never know. You
Yeah,
never know.
and I believe they don't have no women's tag team champions, so I don't know why the announcer, I don't know why Corey Graves would say should they challenge for the tag belts. I haven't seen no women's tag team champions at all. I mean, all you have is male tag team champions. So something's fishy. And I'm thinking, as far as they haven't turned Alexa Bliss heel on Nikki Cross, so far, because basically now Bliss to me, Bliss and Cross are also becoming comic relief. I mean, yeah, they tag and they're shaking fans, but there's nothing there to it. It's just they're just tagging up for nothing. They're just going through the motions.
Corny ass tag team. Their chemistry don't even match. It's clear that they just using Nikki just for Alexa Bliss just to linger on, because Alexa, she's losing it. I mean, and for one, she's injury prone right now, and they figure just keep pairing her with Nikki so that way she can kind of latch on to Nikki, and if Nikki was about to get some steam, it's gonna keep Alexa relevant somehow. Because I mean, WWE has their favorite, they love their small blonde women or what like that. So it's really a holdback for Nikki. If Nikki they wanted to progress with Nikki's character, they not, because Alexa Bliss is gonna be there leeching and sucking up all of her shine and just leeching off her. I mean, because the chemistry is not there. The team seems awkward. You really can't get behind it. They never got behind the tag team, so it's pathetic to me in a way.
I mean, I would have, if it was me in my perfect world, I'd have Nikki Cross team up, or join some kind of faction with the Iconics, and they go against the Kabuki Warriors. I mean, I just don't. I'd rather see that than Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss as a tag team.
I'm okay. I take that. I put it like this: if I was to put Nikki Cross in a tag team with somebody, and which will benefit the other person as well because of her the individuality of the two, I would most definitely. I would, call me crazy, I would pair her up with yours truly, Miss Curve, give you the glow. I would Naomi, because for one, you have that cultural difference, and Nikki's so crazy and wacky. Of course, the sister gonna try to calm her down. It's magic every time. It's the Booker T and Goldust. It's the Rock and Mankind. You get the cool sister that's stylish. She's fly, and she's athletic. She's the best at what she does. Then you got the wacky, crazy, lunatic partner. It'll create a chemistry in a team that will unite and be a favorite. Basically, if we got them two as a tag team, we'll love them. Everybody will love them because it'll be a perfect match. Because they'll be the yin to each other's game. Go ahead.
Crazy glow.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Tishaun. Yeah, that'll be a good name for him. Like I said, you had the Rock Sock Connection. You didn't really have a name for Goldust and Booker T. They just paired up, but it worked and it was funny and it was entertaining and they could wrestle. You're right. These two, since they're opposites attract, would be perfectly. So see, Bliss and Nikki Cross are kind of obvious. One's wacky and one's like more fashion and this and that and flashy and whatever. You're right. Yeah, but you're right. That's a good combination. Now, when Walker, you said the Iconics, no, I hate the Iconics.
I hate them too.
Because me, they can wrestle. I mean, they attract me.
I left something out. Right. Also, you got to pay homage to the tag team of Tajiri and William Regal. It's that type of chemistry where Tajiri was so crazy, do all that, and William Regal like, what you silly? What do you want, you silly? Like, he was always getting on Tajiri's ass.
Always technical.
So if we got Nikki Cross and Naomi's gonna be like, sister, you need to chill, like calm down. So Nikki doing all that crazy stuff. She's gonna be, it'll be comedy, and then both of them are gifted in the ring, so they're gonna put on the show, and they're gonna put on the show on and off the on and off the, I'm about to say the court, but on and off, on and out the ring. They're gonna put on the show regardless. They're gonna entertain you. So that's a team that I would rather see, far as entertaining in and out the ring. But Alexa Bliss is clearly just leeching and just hanging around Nikki. It's stopping Nikki from progressing, and that's my problem with the usage of that team, because it's clear that Alexa Bliss needs Nikki. She needs somebody because she's injury prone right now. That's the only reason why they got to hang around.
You think she's washed up though, or she's headed? She's headed for there.
I think she might be, yeah.
I think she's
they're
done.
gonna eventually try to probably move off the commentary.
I think she's done. She's gonna be at the
Yeah,
desk.
because she'll get injured again. Because see, her injuries, especially being a woman with a body. Because see, look what happened to Paige. If I think she takes one good bump or one bad bump or one good hit around the neck area of the back, yeah, it's a wrap. So I think it's time for Bliss to transition to either announcer or producer somewhere backstage.
She'll take that Phoenix spot in NXT or something. Because or she'll get her talk. So I mean, that moment of bliss, I thought like that was going to be her segment. She wasn't in the ring,
Yeah, well, she should. Yeah, well, she should be. Yeah, well, I hated the moment of bliss. I always called it a moment of piss because it's a piss break. But being that as it may, we have our main event, 6-man loser eats dog food match. Roman Reigns and the Usos, the family bloodline, against King Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode. This match was okay in some spots, but by the end, I think Ziggler and Roode were basically knocked out of the way because Corbin wound up being handcuffed to the pole, and Reigns and the Usos poured both huge buckets of dog food all over the guy. I just thought that was disgusting. I mean, I look at that, I saw Reigns go through it, and I saw Corbin. I don't like Corbin, I don't like Reigns, but as far as being a wrestler, out of respect for a wrestler, no wrestler should have to endure that. I mean, and the thing is, the dog food, it literally looks like they're pouring dog shit over the wrestler. I mean, come on now, you got to think something. You got to come up with something better than that. Something that doesn't involve some saturating your skin like that. You know what I mean? It's just to me it's degrading and it's repulsive. It's a Walker. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, like I said, it was a gimmick match. It was a plain old gimmick match, And I hope Baron Corbin, got them long green ducats on his contract for that. I hope he did, because I'm gonna say like, I love money, but certain things I damn sure ain't gonna do for it, And I see that too. I see that a lot in this universe, You get more money if you put a dress on. You get more money if you put makeup and lipstick on. You get more money if, you carry your purse or something. People, they'll do it for that dollar. Just certain things. But it's a gimmick match. I didn't get no humor out of it. It didn't make me laugh. I didn't, it was just like a nasty waste of time match. I'd much rather seen the Usos versus Ziggler and Roode.
Yeah, that'd have been better, minus the dog food. Just take that out altogether. That was just, that like I said, you're right. Like I said, see, it's certain things you need to keep your dignity and your self-respect. You know what I mean? I know money is important. People like money. But then again, look at Goldust. Dustin Rhodes, I think at one time lost all self-respect and lost all dignity when he decided to put on all the makeup and be a character that pushes the homophobic button like it did all those years.
Yeah,
but, to each his own. It's all about choices. He made a choice.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that too was, he chose to sign off, and take it. A lot of that was just to make a mockery of his old man. That's a lot of that was. Even his brother, even when Dustin did Stardust, a lot of that was just, payback for your old man.
And that's Vince. This is why, and this is going to be the next topic we're going to talk about it in just a minute. Well, like I said, that was SmackDown for you. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a -0. So I would give it. I wouldn't even give it 1 star. So that's how I am for SmackDown. Walker, what's your rating for it, or what's your opinion?
I mean, if I'm just rating it 1 to 10, I would have to give it maybe a 1.
Yeah, maybe a negative. Yeah, maybe a -2. That's 2 degrees below the 1. -2.
And I'm just like, thank God for Naomi, Bailey, and Mandy Rose tonight, because other than that, I just, and the Fiend will be back. Firefly Funhouse will be back next Friday. That popped up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then they had the Daniel Bryan, montage where they did.
Yeah, I think Daniel Bryan is not depressed. He's going into a depression now for some reason, and his back looked messed up. So that strap match that was pretty good too. That strap match
that was
hard.
that segment was, I was like, okay, that was pretty cool. And, he got his ass whooped. I damn sure
he sure did. Yeah, you knew he wouldn't win the title because see the SmackDown Championship on the Fiend it works right now. They're marketing that, man. Like I said, those Fiend masks are selling like hotcakes from what I heard.
And that $700 belt and that $700 Fiend belt. I was like, damn.
$700 for that shit? Oh hell no! I wouldn't pay $7 for that damn belt.
Plus the shipping.
Yeah, but $700 that belt better be 14 karat gold, 24 karat gold for me. And so Tishaun, if you had watched SmackDown tonight, what kind of rating would you give it?
Yeah, I can't answer that.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, see, I'm trying not to just shit on the brand, man. I'd rather go ahead and from things I heard so far, or the little skits I've seen, I'm you know what? I'm gonna chime in on this. I'm gonna talk about something that I definitely don't approve of, and I don't approve of the dog food crap. And I think you was telling me about that. You just kept on talking about it, and I was like, I really don't want to hear about no damn dog food or the dog food. Like in general, that dog food has nothing to. Dog food has no place in wrestling. I don't want to. Like, why? I get it. I get the first attempt. It was an attempt to poke fun at the biggest dog in the yard. Roman Reigns is his the thing that he uses as his trademark now, like the big dog or whatever. I get it. I get that part. And you was doing it to disrespect him. Okay, I'll let you slide with that because of the saying, but don't come continuously with some dog food. Like, the only reason I see them doing continuously with this dog food crap is if WWE's are launching or in partnership, either launching a dog food brand or one of their endorsements or one of their stock partners. Somebody is literally they own a dog food brand. They're like, hey, promote this, promote Alpo today. If that's one of their sponsors or whatever like that, I'll get it. Okay, but it's like I don't see why they even went that route or continue it. I get it. Like I said, hold on, I say that back. I get why they went that way. I understand. I pointed it out. I get it, but to continue it is the stupid thing to me because it's just. I don't want to fantasize or think about no damn dog food. Like when I'm thinking about wrestling, I don't want to think about they rubbing dog food on each other. Move, man. I don't want to see that.
Preach, my brother. Preach.
Man. I don't want to see men trying to rub dog food on each other and each other's face. Like, man, that to me that's some loony bin type shit. So and then I and also because it can be in reference of we're shoving shit in your face. Shit in your face. I'm not really into that. Maybe some Pornhub weirdos into some dark web type shit like that, but I'm not into that. So my thing is, I want wrestling to stick to some wrestling entertainment, not the wrestling and the fetishes and shit like that. I ain't got time for the dog food stuff, man. Like that, it was cool for what you were initially going for in the beginning, but to continue it over and over, and when they already had got payback, but now you want to do dog food again? Come on, man. I'm not getting it. I'm like, dude, enough. All right, we get it. Dog food. Y'all like dog food. You got a fetish for it, but leave it alone. I'm done with the dog food shit. So I'm over it.
That's true, yeah. And by looking at the cans, that might have been pedigree.
I noticed they never said that whose dog food that was, and they never gave a shout out or.
Yeah, I just saw the cans. The brand name looked like Pedigree because it wasn't Alpo.
You don't have to necessarily shout the name out because I think then it'll be known itself as promotion. But my thing is, okay, put it like this: if you're gonna do it and you want to be effective with it, all right, take a playbook out of AEW of recent time out of AEW. Their sponsor, Cracker Barrel, they used the Cracker Barrel. You know, they had a whole match, said the Cracker Barrel match, whatever like that. You know, and they talked about the sponsor. So there was a reason for why they had this kooky ass match. I get it. You know, I wasn't a big fan of the Cracker Barrel match, but it had some entertaining spots. It was that, but you know, Cracker Barrel, the name never just really clicked with me any goddamn way. But I understood the reasoning behind it because it's a sponsor. So they're having a sponsored themed match. Okay, if Alpo or Pedigree or whatever the fuck was there, I don't give a fuck, it was Kibbles and Bits. If that was their sponsor, I would understand them now having a signature match. I would get that. But if we're gonna continue as fans, we gotta continue to watch this. I don't want to sit through that. I don't want to sit through watching guys fighting dog food or eat the dog food. Man, I mean, haven't we grown from them days of eat my foot matches and shit like that? Like, come on, man. I don't want to sit
through. I remember that, when Bret Hart stuffed his toe down in Jerry Lawler's throat. I remember that. That was this. That's when he introduced Dr. Isaac Yankem, DDS, SummerSlam Hitman. Your career is terminal. but anyway.
But keep in mind, this is from the person that thought the Kiss My Ass Club was cool.
Right. You gotta remember that.
That's a dog food match in 2020, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Tishaun, guys, y'all got to remember, this is Vincent Kennedy McMahon, the guy with the biggest grapefruits. Well, anyway, now speaking, let's switch topics now. Speaking of his grapefruits, he fired, or effective immediately, he fired he relieved his two former co-presidents of their duties, a guy named George Barrios, and I forget the other name. I did a video on it the other night. I released it the other night. It was a woman, but due to that release, their stock plunged over 22%. So that was bad. And also, I've read now some more big investors might be pulling out because of declining WWE Network subscriptions and the bad ratings, like the ratings for tonight for shows just like tonight and Raw. So see, it wasn't just them getting released; it's bad creative television and bad direction that's plunging their stock. Investors are losing faith and they're pulling out, which makes me bring up another point. Fox may want to consider that $1 billion five-year contract. You need to really think about that. So, and Tishaun, I we touched on this earlier tonight in private, but I still say this is the first crack in the armor, and it would be poetic justice if maybe this is a big maybe. Cody Rhodes, Tony Khan get together and buy that stock, or like I said, I like to see AEW buy WWE. It'd be a dream come true.
Cody Rhodes ain't finna buy shit. You mean Tony Khan?
Tony Khan, yeah. Cody Rhodes could talk him into it. Say, hey, look, they're right for the picking. Let's buy WWE and let's set these people free.
Okay, one thing you forget, Tony Khan, him and his father, they some motherfucking geniuses when it comes to business. When it comes to business, the dude, if you check his track record, he's on business. So if it's a good move, Tony will make it as far as business wise. But because right now, AEW is looking good as far as business wise. I mean, I don't as far as the dealings with business that as far as what I know, as far as with doing business and with dealing with corporate and whatnot, that they're handling their business pretty good. I mean, no matter if we don't like the entertainment brand, the brand that they're or the type of entertainment they're pitching to their brand and utilizing, but still business wise, they're handling the business pretty damn good. I mean, they got a 3-year deal just renewed, and TNT's proudly and happy. They're going out their fucking way to promote AEW, and even the international situation it's getting bigger. So they're doing good business. I mean, even Tony Khan's father is more prouder than ever, and more cities and states are giving them access to the venues. You're looking at situation now. They was shooting for a certain amount of pay-per-views to do, but it keeps like they got to keep doing specials now because they keep getting requests. Oh, can you do this? You know, now they got to do it. They got to do this pay-per-view. They got to do that pay-per-view. You know, so that means that business is it's improving. It's getting bigger and bigger. So no matter whether we see it or not, AEW is doing pretty good. So if it's a good move to make, just from looking at Khan's track record, it looks like if that was a good move to make, he'll make it. If he's not making a move, apparently it's not worth it.
That's true. Yeah, true. Hey, Walker, what are your thoughts on the WWE stock plunge?
I mean, you know, karma always comes back around, you know, and if one thing, you know, never thought to see WWE, I mean, because they were the king. They were the king for years. They've been, you know, they've been buying up and gobbling up territories and putting companies out of business and, you know, totally killed the promotion, made it one big company, you know. And then when you get competition, it's always, and then you got good competition. It's always going to be, you know, like I said, a chink in the armor. Always going to be like that, you know. You know, they say, oh, it's not a war. It's not a war. This is WCW versus WWE all over again. That's what it really is. You know, yep. right now, them boys out there in Florida are winning because they got good product. And this is the first Smackdown after a pay-per-view. Shit, that shit was garbage.
Yeah, and I've been saying this, and look, me and some other friends, we called it when Cody Rhodes, when the Young Bucks started AEW, this was a turning of the tide. Cody said it several months past on the show, saying it's a revolution. It is a revolution. AEW is leading a revolution, and Vince McMahon, I even said this to him on Twitter, the clock is ticking. Your time is running out.
But I'm gonna say this before we vamp out is that also beyond just AEW, you know, let's shed some light on what's going on around the wrestling world because it's literally a boom in wrestling. Because like I kept pointing out, NWA, I can't lie, their production, you know, the old school feel and production. I was ignoring NWA at first. I'm gonna admit that I was ignoring them at first, but ever since they did the whole vintage look, they went back to the vintage studio set. I was like, God damn, they done messed around. I've been preaching this over and over. Somebody need to get Pope. Let Pope on that show. Pope is the star of the show now. Him, James Storm. I mean, Mr. Kennedy. I mean, I'm sorry. I said Mr. Kennedy. Also,
Anderson,
Drake. Yeah. Elias Drake. Yeah. Elias. I mean, I said Drake.
Eli Drake.
I just said that's it. Eli Drake. It's Eli Drake. Okay. Eli Drake. Trevor. It's a lot of different people on there, star wise on there. You know, yeah. And Magnus, aka Nick Aldis. Yeah. You know, it's a lot of stars on there right now. That's booming. That's why I said, going to AEW for revival. That's cool, but just establishing your aura back again because we don't got the WWE stench is on them bad. I mean, we lost the essence of revival of what revival was all about because in NXT they kept that they established that. When they got to the main roster, it slowly went away. The aura of what they really are went away. So my thing is, them going to NWA would reestablish that aura of what they are. I mean, well, you know, what they identify as a traditional tag team, you know, old fashioned, technical, grimy type of a tag team. I think that would be a good place for them to go. Not, like I said, not saying as far as exposure, I'm not saying AEW can't be bad for nobody right now, you know, because it's the only way AEW can really turn people off or fuck up is if they literally just force themselves to do that. But you know, they got to keep their finger on the pulse and continue to entertain people. But I had said this. I said that, hey man, with Pope, like I kept preaching folks like Pope and EC3. I was like, man, this is talent that these people need to pick up. I was saying AEW should have picked him up because the guy is electric on the mic. He's good in the ring. Hopefully, when EC3 if EC3 becomes available, he can go to AEW. I would prefer him to go to AEW because I think it's more freedom and he has a larger life persona. And others like that. I mean, it's a boom. And I say all this to say it's a major boom within the wrestling community because you can go to Impact Wrestling. You know, it might not be the T of choice, but they still have some things ticking over there. Even though it's kind of questionable at times because the whole championship, the Impact Championship thing is a bunch of bullshit, but it's still a place to be seen. But Ring of Honor is getting in good connection. They connect you straight to New Japan. New Japan is out there. It's like there's so many places that you can go and get noticed or reestablish yourself. So for a wrestler, it's a good time to be a wrestler, literally right now, in general. But other than that, I'm finna go ahead and start watching some of the Smackdowns. The way I've been listening to y'all, hear what y'all saying. So I'm going to tune into some Smackdown real quick. So you finna wrap it up, Malik?
Yeah, sure. But one more thing. Also, Luke Harper is due to debut in AEW once his 90-day clause is up. So, and look at this: the Revival has trademarked their hashtag FTR, and they're using it, and they have the same lawyer that Cody Rhodes has. So, see, I think that's why they'll end up in AEW because of the connections they have. And so, like I said, Luke Harper, he's got a gang of friends in AEW. So, see, a lot of times it's all about friends.
I mean, yeah, it's not what you know, it's who you know sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's not what you know, it's who you know. But yeah, that's all I got. Peace to Wrestle Chat Media. Tishaun, thanks for joining us. Hey, Minette Walker. Sub to Wrestle Chat Media. Sub to his channel. Sub to my boy here, Minette Walker. Hey, Walker. Do you have any final thoughts?
You know, I really appreciate it. Had a great little wrap up of this. Like you said,
me too. Yeah,
super whack down. You know,
yeah.
You know, I'm glad I don't go out like that no more on a Friday night. You know, because you sit at home and that's what you watch. But it's good to know I ain't the only one thinking the same thing. Though, especially about the product.
Yeah, I tell you, yeah, the product's bad. Yeah, and also yours truly, like, share, and subscribe to the Professor Malik X, and to all and everybody watching, and even my homeboys in the chat. I'm gonna shout out to Eric Melendez Battle. Shout out to Brother Omega Magic. Y'all have a blessed night. Peace.
Take care.